We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. Shoves him away. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once again, it's Brooks. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. And then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Young going to give to Brooks. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Young. Flushed out right. That's over the middle to his tight end Sanders. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Young. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Brooks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now a run. Here's the rookie from Penn State. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They're going to look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the 1st. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 46-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Following the interception, Young being chased out left. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Young to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Panthers 7.
Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a third down coming up. Now Young. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Right back to him on first down. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Young now from the 50.
That's caught. It's the tight end Sanders.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
A run out of the gun with Brooks. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing, Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Looking to throw, Young. On a slant, he's got Sanders. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made at about the 38. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, it's Miller. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He completes it to Olave. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second and goal from inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football. A full half to be played. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Young will set to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. To the air once more, Young.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First down, Carolina.
Young to throw it. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that pushes the lead to 8 points. They've doubled them up. It's 16-8. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Off the play fake, Young. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
From the shotgun, it's Young.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw here.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And it barrels right into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great effort there.
That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints have come back to make it a 2-point game.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been terrific so far. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They run out of the gun with Brooks here.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Young working out of the gun.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw, Young. Well, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Saints are right back in this football game. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Complete.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Young off the bootleg, steps away.
This is caught by McMillan.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Young here to throw.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Panthers, it's a rare bright spot as they move to 3 and